In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply K-tape. So you might hear K-tape from your physiotherapist, and maybe even if you search online, you might find K-tape. So this is for injuries. You know, you can put it on your back, on your shoulders, on your arms, so to help keep the injuries from stretching and from tearing too far or too much for your muscles. So it could work on your diastasis. Now, however, I did not use K-tape when I started. I use a belly wrap that I always recommended, and I still feel like that is the most helpful for most of you if I do recommend it for you. And not all of you will need it, but for some of you will need a belly wrap. K-tape just won't do it. Now, however, if the belly wrap is just really hard to get, maybe it's not available to ship to you, or maybe it's a little bit too expensive out of your budget, then you could try K-tape. I did have several clients that I work with, and they like K-tape, and physio recommend K-tape to them. So I was curious, so I tried it on my own. The idea of it is to help you support the belly, help you support everything in place. K-tape then will be able to target that area for you to give you that little bit of a support if your belly is not distending much. If the lower belly area that really does stand out, and no matter how hard you're trying, the upper ab keeps doing the work for you, this is where I would help you. I will maybe get you to try K-tape to see if this works on you. Now, there's so many different ways of putting the K-tape on, and this is pretty long and it is pre-cut. So I just rip it out. This is a piece of paper, rip it out, and then I would put it on it. So what I'm gonna show you how to put it on. But what happened is you wanted to give yourself a little bit of support and just look at your diastasis. Now I have a lot of loose skin. I just kind of have to pull the loose skin to really see where I really need that support. And for me, I know that belly button region is always the weakest point for me. So this is like just around this area. I really wanted to give this a little bit of support. And you wanted to do it inhale, exhale, engage your core, and then you put the tape on. Now, one thing I wanted to make sure you don't do, and I see everybody does that on YouTube, is to cover the belly button with the tape. And I find it so incredibly uncomfortable after I get wet from a shower. Every day you shower, right? And maybe you go for a swim, and it soaks the belly buttons area. I feel like the belly button area was always wet. I kind of feel like it's cold there. I didn't like the feeling at all. Like I feel like water was like trying to go inside the belly button. Obviously it's not, but that I just didn't feel comfortable. And it does dry pretty quickly, but if you are stacking over it, like some videos that I saw, if you're stacking a lot of tapes on top of it, it'll take forever to dry. So I would not recommend you to tape over it. I would tape above it, underneath it, and then diagonal like this way, and then diagonal this way. So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to rip out a tape here. So it is pretty long. There are different ones that you can purchase, but this is the one that is pre-cut. It's long. If I'm putting it like that, then it will go all around. Then it wouldn't be good neither. Then it's too much for me. But so I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to just fold this. Fold this in half. Okay. So I have that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one up just above the belly button here. So I'm going to just rip it up. So I have the top open because I don't want to touch the tape area. And then I'm going to inhale and exhale. Exhale, exhale, everything. Right? So I'm going to put it around here, the muscle which is right here. Just above the belly button. And then I'm going to so hold on to it. Hold on to the end, and you're gonna want to pull a little bit, but you don't want to pull too much neither. You're gonna pull a little bit. So this is like maximum 100. I would do like a little bit less than that. And then tape like that. So I would just rub it. So that's good. Now, if your upper abs tends to grip quite a bit, I wouldn't put one here. If your most concern is that's just the lower belly push, I wouldn't put one here. I would focus on down here and diagonal. So okay, now I'm a little bit short on this side, you can see, but I'm gonna put another one here across it just to help support it, and another one across it like this. Doing it like this would be too long, but if I do it in half, then this would be too short. So you know, I'm actually not gonna recommend this pre-cut tape, just wasting this, right? Because if I'm cutting this part, then I'm wasting this. I don't know, maybe I could, yeah, I wouldn't. So I wouldn't get this type. Fold it here. So I don't want you to attach to your ribs. This is my ribs. I don't want you to go all the way to your ribs where it is pulling from your ribs. That's not good, because then your rib is constantly being pulled and not being able to inflate and being able to expand with the 360-degree breathing. So I'm gonna do that. Pull it. Rub it nicely. Now, ideally, if you do buy the pre-cut one, how you wanted to cut it is to cut a corner. Because you see the one that they have is a corner. Cut the corner so then it can adhere better. And then hold it, pull it. That. Okay, this is a little longer, but there you go. So that's the idea. Leave the belly button alone, it'll be fine. And then now this is help you to pull in. But that's the thing, this is stretchy, this is fabrics. So what happens is when you have that big extended belly, it's gonna stretch out. So it won't work if you have a huge belly, but if you have just an area like the belly button, the mid-core region is just so weak, and this is not like your first thing to go, like where you just I wouldn't do this in the first couple of weeks. Probably when you're in a few weeks in and you really need that extra support, then I would get you to try this. So use the backing of the tape and then just help you to adhere better. The one I got is extreme, so it does adhere quite a bit. I had one time had it on for 1 week and it doesn't even want to peel off. So I use oil, coconut oil, olive oil, rub it, help it, adhere it, and go into like a warm shower. Like when you are in a warm place, then you can start to peel it instead of cold. Like when it's dried and it doesn't like to come out. So yeah, so this will help you, and it's very discreet. I mean, because then you can just, unlike the belly wrap is discreet too, but of course this is just tape and you can just put on anything. It doesn't feel like you're wearing, it doesn't feel like you are have anything on, right? It's like normal again. Awesome, thank you, bye bye.